Hola amigos! Welcome to our first episode of Hora de Cuentitos con GHS. We are so excited to have you join us today. In this episode, we will be reading a story that takes place in Puerto Rico called Martina the Beautiful Cockroach. Originally a Cuban tale, this version was adapted for Puerto Rico and is by Berta de Llano. I think that you are really going to love it because it's very funny and who doesn't love to laugh? We will tell the story in English, but the characters are going to speak in Spanish. Before we begin reading, let's quickly learn a few Spanish words that you will hear in the story so you can follow along as we read together. Ready? Listen closely and let's begin.
Before we start, let's talk about some special words we want you to look out for as the students read. We all like animals, right? Some animals live on land and some happen to live in the sea. Sea in Spanish is mar. Can you say mar?
When you think of the sea, what comes to mind? One thing I think of is salt. Do you know how to say salt in Spanish? It's sal. Great. In this story, there is a very special animal that lives in the mar. Can you guess which animal it is? It is a turtle, or in Spanish, tortuga. Can you say tortuga?
Good job! An even more important creature in the story is a cockroach. I know cockroaches are usually associated with nasty things, but this cockroach is meant to be beautiful. Want to know how to say cockroach in Spanish? It's cucaracha. Can you say cucaracha? Nice. The last word I want you to listen for is wedding. It's a ceremony when two people get married. Do you know how to say wedding in Spanish? Repeat after me. Boda.
There are two other animal characters to know. One is very fast and flies. It is a hummingbird. In Spanish, it is colibri. The other is lagartija, verde, green lizard. Can you say this with me? Colibri, lagartija.
Listen carefully. When you hear these words, make sure to point them out. Can you guess what the story is going to be about? Just wait. There are lots of surprises.
Doña Julia was a well-known landlady in Old San Juan. The apartments she owned were in a beautiful magnolia tree. From their little bean cans, all of Doña Julia's renters enjoyed the sweet smell of magnolia blossoms, the cool sea breeze, and the sound of salsa music from the cafe next door. Martina was the prettiest cucaracha in the magnolia tree and in all of Old San Juan. Her long wings glimmered in the sunshine, and her curly antennae were a perfect match for her beautiful eyes. Martina had the sweetest personality too, and for this reason, she was Doña Julia's favorite. In fact, Doña Julia thought of Martina as her own daughter. Doña Julia took Martina everywhere. Together, they shared the most delicious dishes. Fried rice with beans, mashed plantains with pork, and plantain lasagna were their favorites. Without a doubt, Doña Julia knew the best places to eat. As time passed, Doña Julia imagined that Martina would want to start a family.
Una cucarachita tan bonita como tú estaría muy feliz con un compañero.
Sí, sí. Doña Julia loved weddings. She loved the food, the music, and of course the gifts. So Doña Julia decided to give Martina the best gift of all, a perfect wedding. But first, Martina would need a suitable groom. On Saturday mornings, everyone in Old San Juan went to the market.
Este es el lugar perfecto para dejar caer algunas insinuaciones de que Martina está buscando un marido.
Among the boxes and baskets of mangoes, eggplants, and cucumbers, every creature eavesdropped on Doña Julia's juicy gossip, and the news spread all over the neighborhood. That same day, the parade of suitors began. With bows on her antennae and dressed in her prettiest outfit, Martina waited to meet her future husband.
¿Cómo sabré a quién escoger?
La presenta conoce la respuesta.
And with a wink, she brought out a tembleque, a coconut pudding. She had made it for Martina to share with her visitors, and she added a secret ingredient. The first to arrive was Señor Colibrí.
Buenas tardes, señorita. Zum Zum. Es una cucaracha tan hermosa. Juntos haremos una pareja impresionante. ¿Te casarías conmigo?
Muchas gracias, señor Colibrí. ¿Le gusta tembleque?
As fast as lightning, he zipped past Martina and stuck his little bill into the pudding.
Zum Zum Zum. Ese tembleque está horrible. ¡Puaf! Ese tembleque manchó mi pluma. ¿Sabes qué? Estoy despidiendo mi tiempo aquí. Zum Zum Zum. Adiós.
Zigzagging, Señor Colibrí flew away as fast as his little wings could carry him. As soon as Señor Colibrí left, Martina looked down and saw Señor Tortuga, the sea turtle. He crawled up very slowly to the magnolia tree and, slower still, lifted his head.
Buenas tardes, señorita. Eres una cucarachita tan hermosa. Juntos haríamos una pareja impresionante. ¿Te casarías conmigo?
¿Le gusta tembleque?
Señor Tortuga loved sweets, but he was too heavy to climb the magnolia tree. So, Martina dropped a piece down to him. Señor Tortuga stuck out his long neck and caught the tembleque in his mouth with surprising speed.
¡Qué espantoso! Esto no puede ser tembleque. ¿Por qué vine? ¿Sabes qué? Estoy desperdiciando mi tiempo aquí. Adiós.
With the flip of his flippers, Señor Tortuga turned around and very slowly crawled back to the sea. Then, Martina was startled by the arrival of Señor Lagartija, the green tree lizard.
Buenas tardes, señorita. Eres una cucarachita tan hermosa. ¿Te casarías conmigo?
Muchas gracias, señor Lagartija. ¿Le gusta tembleque?
Señor Lagartija adored desserts. Without waiting, he flicked his long tongue over Martina's antenna, grabbed a huge piece, and swallowed the tembleque in just one gulp. Puff! Señor Lagartija yelled. He swung his tongue back and forth, trying to get rid of the taste.
Este atroz tembleque se me ha pegado a la lengua. ¿Qué estabas pensando al servírmelo? Sabes que estoy desperdiciando mi tiempo aquí. Adiós.
With his tongue hanging out, Señor Lagartija sped away.
Pero, ¿qué te pasa, Martina?
Yo no me quiero casar con ninguno de ellos. El señor Colibrí es un engreído. El señor Tortuga no puede siquiera subirse a nuestro árbol de magnolia. Y el señor Lagartija tiene una lengua tan larga y pegajosa. Y todos fueron tan groseros acerca de tu delicioso pudín.
Doña Julia needed to tell Martina that her pudding was not actually delicious. You see, the special ingredient she put in it, it was actually salt. It was a test. Shh. Only someone who truly loved Martina would eat salty tembleque.
Ah, mi pobre cucarachita, no debes preocuparte. Rapunzel conoce la respuesta.
But before Doña Julia could explain, a little mouse appeared, peeking out from under a leaf. He looked at Martina and smiled shyly.
Buenas tardes, señorita. ¿Puedo comer más de su delicioso tembleque?
Martina didn't know what to say to such a polite mouse, so she let him eat all of the tembleque. When he had finished, he thanked her kindly and hurried down the tree. And at that moment, Martina forgot why she was sad and angry. She forgot about all the other suitors. The following day, the little mouse came back.
Buenas tardes, señorita. ¿Puedo comer más de su delicioso tembleque?
Lo siento, ya no hay más tembleque. ¿Realmente le gustó?
Estaba un poco salado, pero lo que realmente me gustó fue estar con usted, señorita.
Martina gave Doña Julia a knowing look, guessing the trick she had played.
Soy Pérez. Es un placer para conocerle.
Day after day, Perez came to visit Martina. Often, they sat in the cool sea breeze. Sometimes they danced to salsa music from the cafe. But mostly, they ate tembleque, sweet, not salty. Soon, Perez asked Martina an important question.
Dulce Martina,
Dime, Pérez.
eres una cucarachita tan hermosa. ¿Te casarías conmigo?
Their wedding was the biggest event of Old San Juan. Martina was a beautiful bride. Doña Julia had given Martina her pearl comb, her lace veil, and her silk fan. Instead of a wedding cake, there was an enormous and delicious tembleque. Everyone talked about the wedding for many years to come. Today, people still remember Martina, Perez, and Doña Julia and the magnificent magnolia tree. El fin.